you guys are standing down here, and it's and the hangdog is kind of just seems kind of resigned, but also is kind of nervously just kind of bouncing side to side a little bit. And it's cold. You're noticing more of the smell of dead all around.
Yeah.
I'm being my meticulous self and picking up the arrow that missed.
Okay.
And getting my hammer.
All right.
I say I'm going to address the people upstairs.
Okay.
And I will trot him out and up the stairs.
I'm
Wait.
gonna go with him. You're going back up to the
Yeah.
Coliseum?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you.
He doesn't.
Oh, doesn't.
He does not.
Let's try that northern passage then.
So he is 4 squares. He fills 4 squares.
Gigantic.
Yeah.
Look at John being all smug, knowing that we're not going to be able to get out of here with it.
Well, it looks like I should be able to squeeze him through that northern passage, though.
I think your problem's right here.
Right, that's what I mean. Turn sideways. It's 2 across at the narrowest. He should be able to get through there.
It's not 2.
Hold on. Draw. 1, 2.
Yeah, it's 1, 2 right there, but right here, it's not 2, and right here at this exact point, it's not 2. This point right here, it's not 2.
But if it's 2,
yeah,
half.
It fits to this way, but it doesn't fit to this way.
well, it just says 2 right there.
Yeah, to the edge. It's measuring from the center, right? I can't measure from that tip, right? So it's measuring from the center to the center, but both of those centers are past the lines I'm trying to get to, right? See what I'm saying?
We can't just let him starve and die down here.
I don't know. Tell him to dig himself out. Eventually he'll get out. And he's got plenty to eat.
Have we gained a level?
I'll get to that.
Because then I can cast the spell Shrink.
Hey, I say to Z-Teach, hey Z-Teach, can you do that teleport thing to get him around these corners and back up to the surface?
I've never tried to teleport anything that large, and to be honest, I am so tired right now. Perhaps I could try, but it might mean all of us dying.
We can't leave him down here.
You're confident the given time he can dig himself out.
Well, if I take him as far as he can go here, can I tell him to dig himself through that section?
And he will eventually.
Okay. All right. Well, yes, I do remember that. We'll get him that far, and then I'll go up from there with Sveta.
Okay. All right. Arthur's going with you. Arthur, what are you doing, C-Teach?
You're following.
Okay, so everybody goes back upstairs.
Yeah, I'm not going to split the party.
And I
Not
guess
the way you've been throwing encounters at us.
Sorry.
and I guess the
Um,
big beast can just be a fun Deus Ex Machina later. I mean,
Who knows what can happen?
he'll get out eventually.
So once we get up there, would imagine the fans are all still in the stands.
They've been thinning out. There's some there, but it's been long enough, and the ley lines were kind of spooky, flying in and then flying away, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the crowds have been thinning, and nothing appears to be happening, so it doesn't seem anything there for them to be doing.
And by
And,
thinning, how many left would you say?
There were hundreds, and maybe now there's tens.
Oh, well then never mind. It's no point. Okay.
Did you have a big "Are you not entertained" speech?
No. I was actually going to warn them of their folly, but if there's just a few of them, there's no point.
By the way, over here,
Yeah.
you see 3 zombies just kind of collapsed on the ground.
I'm gonna walk over to
Those
this
guys are
corner.
over here.
Yeah.
Oh, are we?
Where's oh, whoops.
I know where you're going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to this corner. Pulling out my my bolt cutters out of my bag, and they're gonna slice through that lock like butter. And I'm gonna tell Orist, here, have this horse as a constellation.
Oh, there's no consolation necessary. Both these beautiful creatures will be fine.
As you're trying to use your bolt cutters against the lock, as you're pressing, the door just swings open.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The magical barrier apparently is gone. So
So yeah, I will slowly approach the horse and try to put it at ease.
Okay. All right. Why don't you give me a writing skill?
Yeah. Watching critical fail.
And then it kicks you in the shin.
It's cyber implants, and you die. Writing. Did I call that or what, Benny?
Well, you got
it's
a
a
5.
success.
No. Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's
All
a
right.
success.
Okay.
It's not a raise, but it's a
Right.
success.
Right. Okay.
So, it's not afraid of you, and it's, you're probably, stroking it on the nose, and
Yep.
and it's like, hey, okay. And it's, it is just a horse.
Right.
But it does seem like, you're a Cossack. It's got Cossack markings on it. It kind of like, okay, I think maybe you could be a friend.
I will speak the language of the Cossack people to it and sing it a song and continue to pet it.
So while you're doing that, did you want to do anything, Zetich?
No.
Okay.
I'm good.
Sveta?
Is there anything else around worth taking? Are there other cages or?
No, not with critters. Fortunately, since some of the cages had dragons in them. Some of the cages are open, and maybe what was in there left while you guys were downstairs, which also
Stuff-
might be another reason why the crowd's left.
Wait, so there are still cages with with beasts and stuff in them, or
There are not.
okay? What did you just say? There was stuff left in there that might be the reason people.
I said some of the cages are open,
Oh, okay.
which might be why some of the people left.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Um. uh,
Archer says maybe we need to figure out where we are and get out of this place.
Yes, I believe that is a good idea. If either Archer, you, or Sveta, or Z-Teach can help me free the creature below, we should be able to convince it to allow you to all to ride it while I ride the horse. He looks to Sveta. Could you use your hammers if Z-Teach cannot teleport it
what
to
to
help
break the
carve?
rock?
Yes.
Uh.
The rock's
Okay.
not your thing.
Can I make a smarts check to see how long it would take for that creature to crawl out on its own?
Yeah, why don't you do that?
Would I be able to do that too, or no?
Yeah, you can try too.
Smarts?
Yeah.
Why are you doing this to me? My character sheet went up into a corner and now I can't. There you go. Okay.
I have all the smarts, says Z-Teach.
A little bit, yeah. It's what I do.
So Sveta and Orist, it's gonna take a long darn time.
For it to crawl out on its own.
Yeah. Just a second. There you go.
And I sent you a question too, John.
And I did as well.
It's about
No. Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. That changes things. I might be able to teleport it up here. Let me see what I can do.
Okay.
And so you're up here with the horse, right?
Yes, and he flips the gold coin, the gold ring you gave him, back to you.
I've got plenty.
Still does.
And I will go back down into the basement by myself.
Now it's a long ways. What page is your teleport thing on?
It is on page.
Under T?
It's here. I'll text you the page.
Oh, I found it.
There was only one horse up above?
Yes.
Okay.
He's so cute. I don't want to leave him behind. See, Daniel?
Can I speak to it? Do I know its language, or was that something special for you?
You understood what it was saying.
Okay.
Um,
Page 154.
yeah, I found it. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, that will work.
I can make the plot. I can make the roll if you'd like me to, but plot-wise, it's neither here or there.
Yeah, I don't think you need to roll because you can take your time. You're not being attacked.
Yeah.
You can double, triple the whatever. On page 170, you have a 24 or a 12-inch range from where it is to the floor of the Coliseum is more than 12 inches.
Yep.
Remember, you
So-
went down a long time.
So the other thing I was looking at was even doing a mega from the Tomorrow Legion page 125. Tomorrow Legion Player's Guide. Even doing
Right.
a mega on teleport, it puts up to 25 inches
No.
or 50 with a thing. But even that, I have to
Well,
see. It has
and
to be
it
line of
doesn't
sight.
say anything. It just says faux. And I'll have to think about this, and I'll have to look into it. But it doesn't. Does it? It doesn't say anything about size. At least not in this book.
So I would say that would be up to you, but
But I'm thinking you almost need an omega to move
yeah.
this giant creature, which would take away your, you can omega to move him, but then you lose your range bonus. But I think on 154, I think is your most humane thing.
Yep. And so he'll do that, and then he'll come back up about probably 30 minutes later and say, teleporting him here would have been impossible. Leaving him to eat the dead in the basement away from his home would have been unkind. I just sent him home. Something that many of us wish to have and fewer of us get. And you can see that as the ZTH says that, it's a personal issue for him.
When you got down there, he was kind of looking at that area that he had to claw through. And he almost has, you notice this from the beginning, he almost has like this Eeyore bit about him, just kind of like, my life is awful, but oh well, and he's just like, oh, I could gnaw that bit of rock away, but oh well, I guess I'm stuck.
Mm-hmm.
That's just, and you've made enough advances on your rolls that You know that about hangdogs. Hangdogs, they are Eeyore. That's their personality. It's
So,
pretty universal with them.
so when you come back up and say that, Shinkansen Orist will say, "That is good. I just did not want to leave him down there anyways. Thank you for doing that. You have earned
Mhm.
another ring from me when I am in your debt."
ZT will nod and say, "So where are we going?"
Archer says, "Well, how do we get out of here?"
He, Orist will point to the exits that the people have been filing through.
Yeah, the people have been going through here and through here, and you guys came out of here.
Is there a exit where I could take the horse on the edge of the stands to get him up through there, or
There are 5 exits. You know, 3 of them go underground. You know, you came out of this one, and so there's this far one over here.
well, so let's check that one out then.
All right, you go over there. The horse has to be slow, but it can go down it fits down the stairs.
Okay.
At the bottom of the stairs, there's a landing, and slightly offset to the left. I mean, you could walk straight ahead, and your right arm would be on the side of the wall, but the hallway is offset to the left. Is actually a big hallway that goes right outside. You can see the failing light coming from outside. Um, on the left wall, you see doors, and you can see right on the door. It says lockers in Russian.
You know what? Oris turns to Archer as he's thinking about it, and he puts kind of his finger to his head to illustrate the point. You should check the king's box, Archer. Perhaps there is something up there that we can use. Maybe not, but I wouldn't want to leave before doing so.
Um, huh. He says, "Okay, we just have to figure out how to get there." Um, and right as you come down the stairs, immediately to the left, there's a hallway, and he says, he looks over at Sveta and says, "Will you come with?"
Of course.
Okay. You guys go down there. Um, you can see the curve of the Coliseum, and the hallway curves around, and you see a stairway or 2 stairways that go up and then form a T, and then you and you see one stairway come up to the King's box.
Okay. So we'll go up there.
Once you're up there, you see there's a hole there that go into some rooms below. And it's kind of light enough when you look down there, you can look in and you see one room might have been meant to be a kitchen. I mean, it's not like Malagant really needed somebody to feed him anything that would come out of a kitchen. So, but it was probably originally meant for somebody of power to get stuff handed up to him. Maybe servants would be doing that. And then there's 2 stone chairs there. And otherwise, there's nothing really there.
Does Archer have anything to say about it?
Not really.
All right. I'm gonna pick up one of the stone chairs, and throw it off the balcony.
Make a strength roll.
And it smashes the mage. End of game.
End of game for you.
Yeah, for me.
There you go, Mark. Yep. It's got all the on the ground next to it was all the what do you call saddlebags, saddle bridle?
Yeah, my saddlebags too, because I had my saddlebags
right.
at the.
What do you collectively call all that gear? There's a word for that. For saddlebags, bridle, reins. I think there's collectively a
Tack
term
and
for
bit.
tack. Sure. Whatever collectively that is, it's all there.
Okay.
So did you? Oh, you did make
I
a roll.
did.
You pick up the chair. It lands. It lands right here, and with a big thud, and part of the back of the thing breaks off.
Fun.
Archer just kind of looks at you sideways, like, "Okay."
Keep any ruler from sitting here and watching.
Well, there's 2 chairs.
I'll throw the other one then.
Make me another roll.
You thought that one was.
You want me to destroy this whole damn place? Because I will.
That chair lands on the other one, and they both break into big chunks of rock. There are no more stone chairs.
All right.
You have killed the chairs.
Well, all right. I'm ready to go then.
All right. Do you go? You meet everybody by the lockers?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, while we're waiting, Z-Teach and I will explore the lockers and see if there's any like juicer rifles or pistols or anything, since all the juicers were in here. Something maybe he can use.
Yeah. So you go in the lockers and you look, and it's obvious. There's 4 separate locker areas. One of the common things you see is there are containers, kind of like big gulp size, of chemicals, probably juicer chemicals. You see probably you find some bags of tools and stuff that they probably use to work on their own stuff. You find, there's some, you find lots is a relative term, but you find a fair amount of SDC things, swords, pistols, stuff like that. Why don't you? Do you have give me a notice roll?
Check. I know
for anybody that's in there looking.
I know where my shoes are. Wait, where's my? Okay, stand by. My page has for some reason disappeared.
Right now, it's this is what Mark and what Bullet Train and Z-Teach are doing while you're throwing chairs.
Oh, I thought after I was throwing chairs, I went down and met them there.
Well, you're walking back while they're doing this.
Okay,
Yeah.
so not yet.
Yeah.
All right.
You find a rifle. It's got the barrel is about 8 feet long. It's about as big around as this bottle of water, right?
Yeah.
And
is it a rail gun?
It is a rail gun.
I hand it one-handed to Z-Teach. and I say,
it's not overly heavy. I mean, it's Yeah,
It's
you're
light.
you're fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the hands, I say this will do you well. I'd like my rifle back, please.
I will hand back the rifle. Where
Thank
do I
you.
find stats on the rail?
I will get that.
Okay.
I'm going to have to look for a second and figure out exactly what I'm thinking about.
In Soviet
Um,
Russia, railgun stats find you.
And um, you, Z-Teach, while you're looking, you find a short sword, and there's a cable that comes off it. And one thing you see is a lot of juicers sometimes have energy packs, and this cable would hook into his power pack and be some kind of powered energy short sword thing.
But that uses fighting, correct?
It would, yes.
Yeah. I think I'll take it to carry to Sveta, but her hammer seems to be all she needs, and this I definitely am not going to be good with a hand weapon.
Arthur might be able to use it. Maybe he
Who?
can plug it into his armor.
Oh, Arthur? Yeah, good point.
You're all like, who? Yes.
I wasn't sure what you had said. And it's really late here, and I have to work tomorrow morning
All right.
at work.
It is late. Okay, so
It's later for you than it is for me, yeah.
so right about now, Sveta, Arthur show up, and you guys have cleaned out the thing that's about all you find. And when you look at the end of the hallway, you can tell that the light is fading. So do you want to try to roam around and figure out where you are, or are you going to spend the night here?
We should probably make camp for the night. This seems as good a place as any.
True.
I agree.
It does look like you can lock the lockers from the inside. There's a bolt on
Can I
them.
bring that? Is the horse able to fit in here?
It fits in the room. It will fit through the door. They're double doors.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll fit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll get started on making camp
Okay.
because survival skill.
Right. Okay, well, you don't have to. I mean,
Yeah,
it's relatively warm out. It's not winter.
Yeah.
And there's actually cots and stuff in here and lockers.
Never mind.
And there's actually some barrels of what appears to be fresh water. So you guys are probably set for the evening. And if you want to call it, it's kind of late for Chris and I too.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, thanks
Yeah.
everybody for joining us. Thank you, John, for running. And if you'd like to support us, you can do so by clicking that subscribe and follow button on Twitch, the like and subscribe and the bell on YouTube, so you get notified whenever we upload new content like these episodes. Or you can head over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/gamersledge, where you can get your name on every single show that we do for as little as $1 a month, just like these fine folks coming up. For Chris, for John, Daniel, and myself, thanks for watching. Until next time, game on.
Thanks, everyone.
Game on.